Hello everyone, this is Rupa, working as an assistant professor in Gokaraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now I will discuss about the one of the pre-processing step as a data integration. In previous video, I already explained about the one of the pre-processing step as a data cleaning. Now we will discuss about the data integration. First we will see what is meant by data integration. Then we can go for the what are the issues related to the data integration and how we can handle those issues. Data integration means combines of a data from multiple number of data sources like database, data warehouse, data cubes, and any of the flat files or web data into coherent data store as a data warehouse server or data warehouse. That means we can combine data from multiple number of data sources and put it in one data store. That comes under the data integration. And the issues related to data integration are the schema integration, entity identification problem, we can call it as a redundancy, and the third one is detecting and resolving data value conflicts. We will go for each and every issue. Schema integration. Generally, the database contains the schema. Whatever data we are storing in database, it definitely contains the schema related one. Okay, for example, one of the attribute available within one database as a customer ID. Cust.id, the customer ID has to be available in one database. In another database, it contains the customer number. Okay, both are same. Okay, we can solve this issue with the help of the metadata. Why? Because metadata has to be contain the type of data, meaning of data, and range of values available for that corresponding attributes. Because by using this metadata, we can easily solve this issue. Why? Because the customer ID and customer number both are same. And the second issue is the entity identification problem. In a real world, some of the entities from getting from multiple number of data sources may be the identical. Okay, for example, sometimes it may be that name is a Bill Clinton and some may contains the William Clinton. Okay, sometimes both may be the same values or both may be different values also. We can solve this one with the help of some of the techniques we will discuss later. And the third issue will be the detecting and resolving the data value conflicts. In a real world entity, attribute values from different sources are different. Obviously, we can gather data from multiple number of sources. The values of the different sources may contain the different values. The possible reasons for getting these different values will be the different representations, different scales. For example, metrics versus British units. A simple example I will tell you as a we have a age as an attribute has to be available. Our birth date has to be available. Okay, some data sets may be contain the they will give preference for the month, then the date and year, and some data sources has to be contain the some databases has to be contain the preference has to be given as a day, month, and then year. Like that we have a different values in different data sources. Now we'll see the how we can handle the redundancy in data integration. Obviously, redundant data has to be happen within integration of multiple data sources. Because of this multiple number of integration of data sources, we can get the redundant data. That we can identify in a way as a object identification and derivable data. Object identification means the same attribute or a object may have a different names in different databases. Okay, we have a meaning has to be same, but we have a different names in different data source. And derivable data means one attribute may be derived from another attribute from another table. One of the attribute may has to be derived from the another table. For example, annual revenue. That annual revenue has to be derived from other table. The redundant attributes may be able to detect it by using this correlation analysis and the covariance analysis. With the help of this correlation analysis, easily we can detect the redundant attributes. We will see that correlation analysis for both nominal attributes and the numeric attributes. Careful integration of data from multiple sources may help to reduce all the redundancies and inconsistencies, and it will improve the mining speed and quality also. Okay, if we can carefully do this integration, it will avoid the all the redundancies and inconsistencies. Because of avoiding all the redundancies and inconsistencies, it will help for improving the data mining system also. We'll see how we can go for using as a correlation analysis for the nominal data. We will use the one of the test as a chi-square test. Let us observe this formula. Chi-square is equal to sigma of observed minus expected whole square by expected. We will see an example, right? First we will see the chi-square value is more likely the variables are related. If it is more likely, the variables has to be related. The cells that attribute the most chi-square value are those whose actual count is very different from the expected count. The cells that contribute to the most of the chi-square value are those whose actual count is very different from the expected count. The correlation does not imply casually. For example, we have a number of hospitals and number of cars theft in a city are correlated, but they both are casually linked to the third variable as a population. The population obviously has to be related to the number of hospitals and the number of car theft in a city. We will see with an example. Let us remember this formula: observed minus expected whole square by expected. Then with an example, let us go for this example. Observe this table. We have a rows as a like science fiction and not like science fiction, and the columns as a play chess and not play chess. Okay, and observe this table. We have some data values has to be available within the parenthesis. Within the parenthesis, that we can call it as expected values, and without parameters, those values we can call it as a actual values. Okay, we have some values has to be available, and we have some values related to corresponding row and column values. Okay, it shows that like science fiction and play chess are correlated in a group. It shows that like science fiction and play chess has to be correlated in a group. Why? Because the expected value is less compared to the actual value. Okay, let us apply this formula as a actual value minus expected whole square by expected value. Okay, you can apply this one. For like science fiction, play chess 250 is the actual value and 90 is the expected value. Whole square by 90. In the same way for not like science fiction, play chess value is a actual value is 50 and expected it 210 whole square by 210. Like that we can apply this formula. Finally we can get this one. If this is related to this one, obviously we will remove the redundant values. The next method is within this correlation analysis we can apply it in a numerical data. Correlation coefficient generally we can call it as a Pearson product or a Pearson product moment coefficient. It is observe this formula. Correlation coefficient as a AB is equal to the sigma of AI minus A bar and BI minus B bar by N minus 1 variance of A and variance of B. Okay, here by using this formula, here we will see what is N and A bar and B bar and like that. N is a number of tuples. N is number of tuples. A bar and B bar are the respective mean of A and B, and variance A and variance B are the respective standard deviations of A and B. And sigma of AI BI is the sum of AB cross product. Okay, if correlation coefficient of A comma B is greater than 0, A and B are positively correlated. Okay, A's value is increases as a B's. The higher the stronger correlation. If correlation coefficient of A comma B is equal to 0, it is independent value. If the correlation coefficient of AB is less than 0, it is negatively correlated. Okay, we can apply all the values and we will check whether the value will be the correlation coefficient value is 0 or greater than 0 or less than 0. If it is less than 0, that is negatively correlated. Equal to 0, independent. Both the variables will be the independent. If it is greater than 0, both are positively correlated. Okay, by using this correlation analysis for both nominal data and numerical data, we need to find whether how these variables has to be correlated. Okay, based on this correlation, we can easily handle these redundancy problems. This is about the methods available within data integration. Thank you.